So you are all welcome. Today we want to talk about how to win. How to win in Akashx. We want to talk about those who are winning. The question is, do you even understand what you're doing in Akashx? Do you really understand what is possible, what it can offer you, what Akashx can do for you? So um, the question is, will you would you concentrate on what is not working and concentrate on what is working? I tell people that we have 5 ways. After I spoke about 3 phases, I talk about 5 phases. So the first phase in Akashx, of course, is the tap to trade. The second is the alert that they give to us. The third is the scanner, learning how to use a scanner. The fourth is the educators, staying with the educators, catching the educators, knowing their ways, learning their strategies. And sometimes when you're on their meetings, they are calling trades as well. And the fifth is what we do in our community with our own Ogwefi, with our own head of community, where it calls trade for us. We make money between yesterday and today that we our head of our community have started. We have seen how we are making money. If you have made money between yesterday and today, since our Ogwefi, Chairman US started calling trades, if you have made money, put 222 in the chat box. If you have made money, put 222 in the chat box. So I want you to put, if you have made money between yesterday and today that Shamanuel has started giving us calls, put 222 in the chat box. So here we are members and we'll be sharing some strategies, some trade secrets, we'll be sharing with one another. Because we root for you. We want you to win. It's our joy. It's my joy when I see everybody in my team winning. It is my joy. So we are going to look at what is working and what is not working. If you are in a system that have 5 phases, have some things that are working and some not working. So let's say one is not working. Is that the reason why you should throw in the towel? So for instance, some of you will say, okay, tap to trade is not working for you. Let's even tap to trade. Tap to trade is still working for some people because of some strategies they are bringing in, which we are going to be learning about. But let's even say tap to trade is not working for you, but the 4 other things are working. Would you throw in the towel just one? I remember last month when I was talking to a lady, and of course, she took her own decision, but I've told her what I feel like telling her. She told me that she doesn't want to continue with Akashx because of the stress of registering with the broker, registering with traders, connecting. And I said, like, for real, something as simple as that you do only once and you don't have to do again. And I said, maybe your reason is not strong enough. I don't know whether you guys are not seeing what I'm seeing. Like I was telling Anne today, my $18,000, I don't spend and finish. I don't spend and finish. And where those $18,000 go they go? Where go they go? I don't see them. So for me, in my medulla oblongata, I'm not even looking at, because I have seen the possibility that we can even make 30%, because before I was always thinking of 10%. But now, the more my knowledge, I can even make 30% of the Tradexmastery money in a month. So it means that $60,000 is possible in a month. I don't spend that money finish. So strategy that thing will work is what I'm looking for. Me, I'm learning, but I am not staying with only learning from Akashx. I'm learning wide. So we are going to share our trade secrets with you. I want you to take note. And you'll be listening to 4 different persons. I wish Gloria can join. Gloria was ready on Sunday, but Sunday, Shamariwa called for leaders meeting. We were supposed to be doing this on Sunday by 4 p.m. actually. But when you called for the leaders meeting, I couldn't counter that. I just left it and let it be. So, but Gloria will join us. We have Solomon that has passed phase 1. We have Andia that has passed phase 1 and phase 2. And we have Gloria. And these people knew little or nothing. Little or nothing. They knew little or nothing when they started Akashx. Little or nothing. So they will share. So what we are going to do, let me see, let me mute so that people can't unmute. So what we are going to do is they will share. This is a members training. So it's not, we are not rushing. That's why I say even if now 8 o'clock we'll finish today, we will finish. Because I would like them to share in steps, details, what they are doing. So when we are finished sharing, when we will take questions, we will take all your questions. So write all your questions. And this is also an opportunity. If you have anything bottled up, unbottle it here. Open the bottle here so that you will know what is possible for you. Everything will work out for good for us. Okay, it will work out for good for us. So I'm going to start with Solomon. Solomon, I'm starting with you. You can unmute yourself. Because of what you told me. You told me that it's time to trade. And I want you to tell our people your strategy. You're going to share. If you need to share your screen, you will share. So I want you to be more detailed with your strategy, because this is members, and we want everybody to pass.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and share your strategy. Tell us how you passed how did you pass? What were you doing exactly? Yes. We want it in detail.
Yes. Thank you, Honorable Minister of Wealth Creation. And good evening, everyone in the house. I joined, are you with me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, that's fine.
I joined Akashx in March, early March, between the 2nd and 4th. And when I joined, I didn't take any trade for 5 trading days. And to be frank with you, I'm a complete rookie. I don't know anything about Forex. What I know about Forex is that there is Forex exists, and people trade Forex. But I don't know anything about Forex. So after the 5 days, or during these 5 days, I was watching videos, trying to learn one thing or the other. That was what I was doing basically. And after that, I began to take tap to trade. In fact, there is no gainsaying about it. I used tap to trade continually to pass my stage 1. That was what I used basically. And frankly speaking, for you to believe that I used tap to trade, I link you up, madam, to tell you that I'm done with stage 1. How do I go about stage 2? And you link me up with one Solomon in this same registered members group. He can attest to that, because they sent me a new credentials from Tradexmastery to log into my trade locker, then to continue with the stage 2. Because I've been trying to continue with my stage 2, and it was not adding up. So I told Solomon, do I have to reset again? And he told me, he said, if I use tap to trade all through, that means I have to reset. And that was what I did. And now I begin my stage 2. So one of my strategies was that, in fact, I confirmed from the Honorable Minister of Wealth, my leader, if I can be closing positions. And she told me that I can be doing that, because I noticed that there are some trades, when I take them tap to trades, I will be winning. But at some point in time, I will also be losing again. So when she told me I can be closing position immediately, if I get to a particular position and I notice that the candle is going down again, I will close the position immediately. That is, so I didn't overlook any dollar I was receiving from my tap to trade. I closed on at $5, $6, $10. That was what I was doing. And at times, unexpectedly, I would get to 50, 40, 30, 35, and even more. So that was what I was doing. I didn't overlook any dollar that I get. I would just close my position and rest. That was basically what I was doing. And I passed my stage 1 with basically tap to trade. Thank you, madam.
Okay, were you taking all the trades? So tell us that strategy. Were you taking all the trades? Did you get my question? Did you get my question?
Sorry?
Were you taking all
No,
the
I
trades?
didn't.
Were you taking all
Not,
the trades? Were you taking all trades? Were you taking all
not,
trades?
not really. No, not at all, madam. I was not taking all. There was something I was also doing. Whenever I received the trade alert for tap to trade, I will go to the trade locker and check the chart and see if it is a buy, and I notice that it is still selling, I will decide not to take it. If it is a buy that has gone halfway or that has gone up already, I will still not take it. If I will take a buy, then that means that buy must be at an initial stage. Then I will take it. If it is a sell, it means I will take it at an initial stage. It was not every trade that I was taking.
Were you taking only gold?
Sorry?
Were you doing only gold? Only gold?
I didn't get your question, ma.
Were
Sorry.
you doing only gold? Only gold? Or you're
Yes,
doing other
basically.
pairs?
No, I was not doing basically gold. I have these educators I'm following. I have Gustavo Alanis and Jean Carlos. So I do take their peers also once in a while. But basically, it was tap to trade.
Okay. The longest question I have, like, how many trades do you take in a day?
Yes. In fact, it depends on how much I make in a day. My target was to make 50-100 each day. But I ended up even making more than 100 in a day at times. So I take between 2 and 3 trades a day.
Were you waiting for one trade to close before you take another one?
Yeah, I did something and it taught me a lesson, madam. I took 2 trades at a time just to see, because it was selling. So before I know it, it was buying, and before I know it, it was now selling. So I lose everything. Based on that, I decided not to be taking 2 at a time. I will take 1 at a time. If I must take 2 at a time, then it must not be the same pair. Maybe in a situation where Joel Arias gave an alert and Gustavo Alanis gave an alert differently from a different pair, then I will take the 2 trades at a time, but different pairs. That was what I did.
So if it's Joel Arias, were you taking Joel Arias trade gold? Because you didn't talk much about them.
In fact, most of my trades that helped me to win, 80% were Joel Arias.
Okay, so for this stage 2, how far have you gone?
Yes, I'm just beginning my stage 2, and I'm actually doing well. What I want to do now, I want to use the trade alert to see how I can go with trade 2, stage 2, because I want to take it one after the other. I used tap to trade for stage 1. I want to now start using trade alert for stage 2.
Okay, you say you didn't know anything when you
good.
joined. Well, you say you didn't know anything when you joined, but how come you are able to read charts? Because now from what you're saying, you say you used to check candlesticks.
No, I didn't say candlestick. I said I want to be taking trade alerts.
No. For your stage 1, you said if they call trades, you used to wait, and you want to be sure that it's at the entry. So how did you know these things? Since you were a rookie when you came into.
Yes, but I completely a rookie. What I was doing, I was not even. It was not even the candlestick. I will just watch how the chart is going. I was not concerned about the candlestick, but I will just watch if it is going up or down, because I have not gone deep in the study of the candlestick. So I will just be watching the chart. Since it is 2 minutes that I have to take the trade, I will make sure I watch the chart for about a minute and some seconds before I.
Because you told me something.
Yes. Yes.
When I invited you to come and do this, you said, no, you will not do because you don't know the trading terms. I said, no, you have to be here by force. I don't know
Yes,
trading
of course.
Don't want to. You know, I said, no, it doesn't matter. That everybody that we want to hear from a rookie, actually. We want to the bad person that don't know trading terminology is that person we are looking at. So you joined on March 4th, right? March 4th, like in March. So we have confirmed now from Solomon. Solomon used tap to trade. So that is why I said don't throw in the towel. Because I know that somebody was, for instance, on my group yesterday, I was like ranting, and the reason, he may have a good reason, he may have his reason, but there's some ways you approach things. We've seen people who are using tap to trade. Lady Shampepe in September used tap to trade to pass a challenge in September. And she would even tell me that in September, trade was so good and all that. Now it's not easy. But even now that it is not easy, we have seen someone who used tap to trade. Solomon knew nothing. Solomon is in all the 3 persons I invited are in my crypto group. All of us in that crypto group, we don't know anything Forex. We know nothing about Forex. Me where be their leaders, if I don't know Forex. So, sir.
I used tap to trade to pass my 50K challenge.
Okay.
There's one of my 50K challenges, Joel's tap to trade that I used to pass phase 1.
Okay. So all of us that we are in that our group, we don't know shishi for Forex when we came in. I mean, why? Because I don't know. They don't know. So we are all learning. And Solomon, Solomon joined reluctantly, joined very late, when some people don't join. Because we are always wondering, all of them are like me. It took me 6 months to join because I don't know whether I will ever know Forex in my lifetime. So for everybody, we really dragged our feet. So he has told you what he's doing. He used tap to trade. So it's possible to use tap to trade. I know somebody said it yesterday that tap to trade is horrifying. It's fearful. The fear of tap to trade is the beginning of wisdom. I understand. But just like Sherman would always say, you can reduce your lot size and take many more. And I did that calculation one day because I was watching the success rate, because they used to bring out their success rate. And Akashx as a company will not lie about success rate. So when they brought out the success rate for Joelarias that month, it was 70%. And I was doing my research. I said, if this is 70% in a month, okay, I will take all the trades now. I'll reduce my lot size, So I just wanted us to know that it's actually possible to use tap to trade to pass. It's possible. So with half times, yes, you can reduce the lot size. You can reduce lot size on your tap to trade. Like Chairman US said, he has even reduced his own to 0.01. You can reduce it. So I'm bringing another. Chairman, somebody said, don't even go there. Waiting Joelarias don't see you, they see. You even understand it better than Joelarias. He said, which other educator? Okay, so Solomon said, is network has...
I'm from Joelarias place. I learned how to trade. I wasn't trading gold before. I only used to trade GU and EU. I learned gold trading from Joelarias. So tell that person, say, no.
Okay, so he learned, Jamal is answering you, Mr. Wale. He said he learned gold. He wasn't trading gold before. He learned gold from Joelarias. So making a notice say na chairman teach Gelarias. Chairman learned from Gelarias. Okay. Okay, so we are going to go to another person. A lady after my heart. I'm there. This place is members trading. No husband. We can tell them the truth, all the truth. You know, during the prospect training, I said don't say some things. But yeah, I want you to really open up how you learned, how we went to learn how you were learning even from another place. So just open up so that with the members training, let people know what's possible. Let them know what's possible. So I'm there. It's your turn. Are you here? Unmute.
I'm here, Doctor.
Yes, unmute.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Are you on camera? Is the camera on?
Unfortunately, I'll not be able to share
no problem.
camera.
That's fine. That's fine. No problem.
So
Tell us your own experience. How did you pass phase 1 and phase 2? In fact, the matter of you passed phase 1 and he did for me. So when you passed phase 2, you now came to the other. You told me you told me that you're almost passing phase 1, but just maybe you want to say, let me surprise Madam Love. No problem. Okay, so let's know how you passed. What did you do? Tell us the story.
Yes. So how I passed, I started with tap to trade. Then when I understood how to use the trade locker, Chairman Uriel's live session, I was using the trading on trade locker using the signals Chairman Uriel was given, and then also signals from the educators. So basically, this was the three things I was doing to enable me pass, and then also using paying with much attention on risk management. For tap to trade, I never allowed it to run throughout. Initially, I didn't know. So when I take tap to trade, sometimes it comes with profit, other times it comes at a loss. So when I just discovered how to log into the trade locker, once I click approve, I will run straight to trade locker and be monitoring. So once I see my trading profit, I just close it.
Tapping to worry. All of you that you and I say you're tapping to worry, you're not tapping to rest. Okay, continue.
So I secure the profit the little profit that I have gotten, and I'm good to go. So that basically this was what I was doing.
Okay, so how did you pass your phase 2? I knew you also. The truth is that when we joined Akashx, the way I work as a coach, I'm not scared to pay coaches. If I learn and learn and learn. So I discovered a Forex coach that would have time for us. We didn't pay him much. So I posted it on my own registered member group for my members who want to learn. And Abdia was one of the people that paid and learned from the guy. So he was also now giving us coaching. He would have a coaching session with us. So Amdia told me she also learned from there. Amdia, yes, say it out, because I have said this is a members training. Let them know everything that we're doing so that everybody can also be able to say, okay, let me go, let me do more, let me do much more. So Amdia, share with us.
Okay. Share what I have learned on other platforms.
No. The fact that you also learning from a coach, so that people know that
yes, learning from a coach and learning from the Akashx academy. Learning on the academy, sometimes there are days that alerts don't come. You wait and wait for alerts, they are not coming. Apart from, you only have to wait for Chairman Rural or the educators to get alerts to trade. So I just took it upon myself to go into learning, open the academy, learn, then combine with the scanners to be able to help myself to place trades without being given alerts?
Okay, so basically, Abdia combined a lot of learning, like a lot. Apart learning from the academy, we paid for that coaching session. And that coaching session was always going on like twice a week as well. Amda has never missed. I missed because when I lost my husband, I couldn't attend the sessions throughout. Amda never missed a session. So Amda led. Then also, she learned how to use the scanners. So we have the scanners that also help us. And she started using the scanners. And she learned how to use Smart Cash and breakout, right? Breakout momentum.
Yes.
So
yes.
She said breakout momentum is her favorite. I was supposed to have a training with her one-on-one to teach me breakout momentum, but I said, no, I want everybody here to learn. And if you don't understand, she don't go come on for here. So Abdia, you're going to teach us the breakout momentum now. And you have to slow down. If we don't know it, you don't go come on for here. You understand? You really break it down for us. So you will share your screen and teach us the breakout momentum.
Wow. Okay, I'll do it in my own little way. To the best of my knowledge, my chairman is here. So
Chairman went to learn after you said it. Chairman likes Smart Cash. Smart Cash is his best. Smart Cash is his best. Well, show us the breakout momentum.
Okay.
So you can share your screen. I'm taking my notes so I can learn very well. So you're our teacher right now. So guys, let's learn. First of all, you start with where they can see the resources if they want to learn themselves, and where they can see the scanners. So you show us all that so that others who don't know can see and know.
Okay, for the benefit of those who don't know where to locate us. So I'll head over. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen, but we're still seeing my picture in that screen for now.
So, okay. So to start off, I'll just head over to Akashx platform.
So sorry, before you go ahead, there's someone that has been asking me a question, and I think you are a better position to help. The person says he doesn't have a laptop. That he thinks that those who use scanner, they use laptop. Laptop would be the best. Is it true? Do you use laptop or is it your phone that you use?
No, I have a laptop, but I'm not used to it. I use my phone.
Okay. So people who are listening, you are hearing, you can actually use your laptop. Okay. I mean, you can use your phone actually. Okay, go ahead.
I always use my phone.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So on the Akashx platform, this is the interface. So first of all, click on look at the top left-hand corner of the page. You find 3 horizontal lines. So you click on it. When you click on it, this is what you see, this menu. So you go through the last item, that is Academy. You click on Academy. So when it opens like this, you go look up again where Academy is written. The 3 horizontal lines again, you click on it. So we now have this drop down. You scroll through it. I think it's the 7th item. Let me see. After home, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th item, which is scanners. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Scanners. So you click on scanners. Then you go through the scanners. When it opens, you see Golden Rain Scanner, the Gold Scanner, Early Sniper, Blaze, Breakout Momentum, Pivot Point Reversal, and then Smart Cash. So these are the scanners that are available on the platform. So for the purpose of this meeting, we are looking at the Breakout Momentum Scanner. So the breakout momentum scanner is the fifth on the list. So you click on it. When you click on it, you click on the right-hand corner space, the space in the right-hand corner, so that the menu will vanish, leaving the scanner like this. Please, are you following?
Yes.
All right. So this is the scanner. I'm looking for gold. So for quick access to the gold signal, I would like to go and click on the blue horizontal lines on the right-hand corner of the top right-hand corner of the sheet, the white space. So I click on it. So all the pairs are put into different categories. So when you click here, you find them. We have Forex, we have commodities, crypto, indices, and stocks. So I will have to click on commodities. You check mark that box, then click on apply. So we are here. Gold is the second on the scanner. So we first of all check what is the scores. Gold is sell, entry price is given, but parameters are not given here. It's only the entry price. And underneath the entry price is score, which is 1. That score shows the signal strength, the strength of that signal. For me, I will not take this signal. When I open and it is 1 score, I just leave that place. I will either take 2 score or 3 scores. Those are strong signals. So let's assume this is what I want to trade. It is 2 or 3. So I click on it. You just tap on gold. It will be highlighted blue or light blue like that. Then you scroll down. So when you scroll down, you see the gold charts on the scanner. First of all, there is an arrow. The arrow that is deep red, that red arrow pointing down, is telling you that it's a buy signal. Had it been a sell signal, the arrow would have been found at the bottom, being displayed in green color. But this is red. That is number 1, telling me that I can sell. 2, I take a look at the exponential moving average, that thin line that is drawn from the left-hand side across. It's called exponential moving average. Now, the price that gold has called for a buy, let's go back and check it, is 3221.93. So I then come and check, where is the price located in relation to the exponential moving average? If it is a sell, the price should be below the exponential moving average before I can go for a sell or take that trade. If it is below the exponential moving average, then it is valid. But if it is above the exponential moving average, you should be looking to buy. I hope you understand. Are you getting it? Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, that's people will answer you in
So,
the chat.
I am saying that if the price, when you click on the gold, then you scroll to the bottom. First of all, you need to look for this arrow. The arrow is pointing. It is red in color. If it is a sell, the arrow must be red, and it must point upwards, like it should be at the top, pointing downwards, which we are seeing here. But if it was a buy, it should be at the bottom, pointing upwards, like we are seeing in the other arrow on the right and left-hand side. Now, you then check again. That is one thing you look out for. You look at the exponential moving average and see the price that the scanner has given. Where is it located? Is it in relation to the exponential moving average? If it is a sell, then the price must be below the exponential moving average before you can say the signal is valid. Please, is it clear? Now, in this case, gold is asking for a sell. But if you look at this, the chart very well, the price is above the exponential moving average. So for me, I will not take this trade. It should have been, for it to become strong, it should have been below the exponential moving average. Are we clear with this?
So the only thing you say you should show us the exponential moving average. That's exactly what I wanted to say. The only thing
the exponential moving
is can you see my cursor?
Pardon?
Can you see my cursor?
No, I'm only looking at the scanner. I can't see anything from your end.
Okay, so what I want you to do again is that, although you're going to come again, do you have to do video using the recorder and the pointer on the recorder?
Yes.
Okay, so you after this training, you will do a video teaching us this. Then you use the pointer, those red pointer, to point to them so that we will drop on the group.
Point at them.
Yes, we'll drop on the group. Okay. So, but go over it again. Let's go over it again. Go over it.
So,
yes, please.
The exponential moving average is just low. You see this tiny line. This tiny line, some part is green, some part is pink. One is up, one is down. Those two lines are what is called the exponential moving average. There's one up, there's one down. Those are the exponential. Okay, right now price is sitting on top of the exponential moving average. You can see the line extending, and this last red candle is on top of it. So those two lines are what are called exponential moving average, EMA.
Okay, those lines that are cutting across the
these
two lines, those are the exponential moving average.
Okay, no problem. But I'm there. You still do the video so that we can send on the group so that people can watch over and over. Because this is quite simple. What you just described here, this breakout momentum is quite simple for what you have described for us here. So it's something that everyone can actually start using in the team, actually. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so let's go over it again. For those who are saying, somebody said, please repeat it's not yet fully clear. Just go over everything again. and slowly.
Okay. So what I said is, when you open the scanner, you look for gold or whatever pair you are looking for. So on the gold, I have clicked on gold. Once you tap on it, it will be highlighted. So you have to scroll. Once it is highlighted, it means that the chart is at the bottom. So you scroll to the bottom to locate the charts. Now, when you get to the charts, the first thing I do is to look out for check the arrow. If the scanner has called for a sell, I expect to see a red arrow pointing, a red arrow at the top pointing downwards. Then I know that it is a sell. Even though the scanner said it's a sell, I need to see this to confirm. But if it is a buy, I'll be looking for a green arrow at the bottom of the chart pointing upwards. That is one. Now, the next thing I'll be looking out for is check the location of the price in relation to the exponential moving average. If it is a sell, the price must be below the exponential moving average, which are the thin lines that cut across the chart, the candles. So if it is a sell, the price must be below the exponential moving average. That way, it is a strong signal and it will really play. If it is a buy, price must be on top, as we are seeing right now. The price is above the exponential moving average, so it's a buy. Are we clear, please?
You said
So
the
when you
price is
see
above, but is it like this 3223? Is that what you're saying?
the price is 3222. It should be above the exponential moving averages. The price should be above it. You see that where the price is currently, the exponential moving averages are at the bottom. It's below the price.
Yeah.
But if it was for it to become strong, since it's a sell, the price should have been a price that is below the exponential moving average, like 3221.52. There,
Okay.
if the price was there, it would have been below the exponential moving average. That would have been a strong signal. But now that the price is above the exponential moving average, this sell will not work out well. If you take that sell, you might end up in a loss.
Okay. So those
Please,
are the
is
two
it
things to look for. You look at the star, look at whether it's a score, look at the score, whether it's a 2 score or 3 score. Then you look at the
yes,
exponential moving average, whether it's below or above. If it's a buy,
yes,
it has to be above. If it's a sell, it has to be below.
yes. So that is why when it is one score, I don't even go to study the chart again. Because one score, this is one score, and that is why we are seeing it like this on the chart. But if it was 2 score or 3 score, you actually see the price where it is supposed to be relative to the exponential moving average.
Okay. So how often do you go to the chart? As much as you can.
Yes, anytime I like this breakout momentum scanner because it gives signals fast, like it gives plenty signals. That is why I said it is good for scalping. Yes, so when you give like this, in the next 15, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, it will give another signal to change the signal again. So if you have time to sit with the chart or with you will be able to take multiple trades.
Okay, somebody was asking, does color matter? All this, whether it's green or red?
Pardon?
Somebody was asking, does color matter? Whether it's green or red color, does it matter? It's asking. Somebody's asking.
Which color? What color of
colors? I don't. Maybe it's the green and red stuff.
It matters because green stands for bullishness and red stands for bearishness or sell. Green is for buy and red is for sell. So it matters.
Okay, I can. Since we're on this breakout momentum, if you have questions, you can just ask. Let's know. The entry is clear. What of the TP and SL? I don't. If somebody's asking, does it give TP and stop loss?
Pardon?
Somebody's asking whether it gives TP.
No, it doesn't give parameters. You would have to work it out yourself.
It doesn't give parameters.
It only gives entry price. Yes.
So I can see a hand up. Okay, Fabian, if you're ready, you can ask your question.
Mute me. Okay. Thank you very much for this lecture. My question is a quick one. You said if price is above the exponential moving average, that's a strong indication for a buy. There are two exponential moving average lines. does it mean that price must comfortably sit above the two lines? That's first question. The second question is, while you were speaking, price was obviously above the exponential moving average line, showing that, and the scanner showed gold was buying. But while you were still speaking, that reversed. It started to sell. So even if you say you are scalping, how do you determine, yes, your entry price when the price is above exponential moving average? How do you determine how many pips? Do you take 10 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips or more? Because while we were listening to you, price reversed, even if the scanner is showing the arrow for a buy now, but while we were listening to you, gold sold a little bit. So how do we handle this? And basis your experience, you said no parameters are given, so you give your own parameters. How do you determine when you have taken your entry? Are you taking 10 pips, 20, 30? Please guide us. Thank you very much for your effort.
All right. I'll answer you to the best of my knowledge. My leaders are there. They will, if there is the need for polishing, they will do it. Now, you see that the scanner has changed. Since the price has moved below the exponential moving average, have you seen? You notice that there is a green arrow pointing to the top, 3 points. So it has changed. That is why I said when I see 1 point, I will not go. I will not even open the chart. I leave and wait for maybe later to come back again.
So the scanner is telling us to buy now, right?
Yes, which is a strong, what's the name, signal here, 3 points. So over here, you only need to wait for a pull. Right now, it's pulling back. So you need to be patient for price to get to where it should get before you enter. Now,
and the entry price for the buy is 3222.01, right?
yes, it's 3222.01. So right now, it has passed there and it is moving. And you realize that the price is actually above the exponential moving averages. She asked whether you have to wait for it to comfortably sit above the two exponential moving averages. For me, yes, to be very certain. Now, she said, how do you determine the parameters, the stop loss, and depending based on your entry price? When you are putting in stop loss, you look at the previous low and put in what I do. My chairman, please, you guide us after this. You place your stop loss at the previous low. You look at the chart and see where was the previous low. Then I put the stop loss there. Then I tell myself if I want to do 1:1, the number of pips at the bottom that I've used in the stop loss, if that is the same number of pips I want to put above, that's the TP. Then I calculate it depending on the number of trays I want to put. Then I split it. I hope that answers your question.
So repeat
Hello,
what you said. Repeat what you said.
Which one specifically? Everything.
The last thing you told her about how you set your stop loss and take profits.
Yes, I said how I set my stop loss. I look at the chart and then find where the previous low at the bottom, the previous low. Then I put my stop loss there, a little below or at the low. Then I calculate the number of pips. Just calculate the number of pips. Maybe if you want the same number, that's the distance between your entry price and the stop loss. You might also want to do it that same way. Use the same distance from your entry price upwards or downwards to your TP. You know, it all depends on the type of trade, whether you are going in for sell or a buy. If it is a buy, your TP should be at the top. So you calculate the distance between your stop loss and then maybe use the same distance again for your TP from your entry price to your take profit.
Okay, so some people are asking whether this scanner, whether we can expand that is quite small. So what I did for those using laptop, I'm using laptop. What I did was to use my hand to expand it on my own side. So I think you can, if you are using a laptop or maybe on your phone, you can try it. You can. I was just trying to expand. I wanted to see, and it actually is expanding. It's actually expanding. Yes. Okay.
So you see, I told you it gives signals. It keeps changing signal. The signal has changed again.
So sell.
Yes, for sell this minute.
So how do you manage? How do you manage it up and down? How do you manage this up and down? Okay, so
no, it's still a buy. It's still a buy.
Okay, when you said the signal has changed, I wanted to know how you manage if it's going.
No, it is still a buy. So assuming I missed the first one, the 3 points that was here, I can catch up with this. So you don't overspace. When I'm doing this, you don't overspace the parameters. Short here and here, then you are done and you leave. But this one, if you took the 3 point score and then it has changed to 2 points again, it has given a different signal for buy. You are still in process, you are still in profit, but then it will pull back a little bit and then continue again to the upside. So after the first signal, after the initial signal, when it changes signal, it will pull back. And
I think the scanner is really a guide. When you use the scanner, you look at entry prices yourself and all that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take Esther. Esther, I have a question. Esther.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you very much for this great sacrifice to see us succeed and make profit. Before now, my own challenge had been the entry point into the market. That is entering into to the wrong positions. That's as soon as I'm entering, it's going opposite direction. But with this scanner now and the way it has been explained, I think I will be able to do much better than before. But then I want to know that, thank God, this thing is these stars that they use for the signals, the strength of the signal. That's the one is showing blue now, another one is showing orange, another one is showing yellow. What are the indications for these colors, these different colors?
Okay. The deep green is for the pink. The pink I don't know, but I don't know, and let me be honest with you. I don't know what the pink stands for. But the red, no, I can tell you. The pink, I think the expired signals is expired sell signals. When the sell signal comes and is still active, it will be deep red. When it expires, it will fade. When green, yes, when the green candle comes, an active buy arrow. If it is an active buy signal, the arrow will be deep green. When it fades, it will turn. When it's no longer active or when it expires, it will also become light green. It has faded.
Okay, thank you very much. What about this last is moving average with other arrows down. While this one is showing 2 green arrows upward now, this down one is showing deep red sell sign. I don't understand the role of that one in relation to the candles formation.
Yeah, the candle formation is a pullback. It's a pullback. After the first signal has has expired. Now the next signal, it has to pull back in order for the other signal to also get executed.
Sorry, I'm talking about this purple line that is down dotted lines like this. We wrote minus 44, now change to 45 point something. Purple.
Okay. I haven't taken the trouble to know what is happening there.
Thank
so I
you
won't
very
be.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, someone said, is it only signals that one can use the scanner to do? Joy, I don't understand your question, Joy. Is it only signals that one can use the scanner? I don't understand that question. Maybe you have to raise your hand. Let's understand you. Or you want to just go. Mr. Kola said, so at every entry situation, we need to allow it to pull back. Is that so? Amja, did you get that question?
No.
So at every entry, we need to allow it to pull back. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you allow it to. If you don't wait for a pull, let's remember, as Chama always says, that the market takes from the impatient and gives to the patient. So you need to be patient for the pullback. You enter at the pullback. When it pulls back, then you enter. That way you will be in profits. So that is it. I hope that helps.
Give an example of what you want people to do when you say they should wait for a pullback. Give an example from here now. Do you understand?
Let's say
okay. Yeah,
the signal now the scanner has given a 1 point buy, which is a weak signal. So you see that the price is below the moving averages. That is why I will not take this buy. Now, when we say pullback, if it was going in your direction, it doesn't just go straight like that. From time to time, even if it is a buy, if the trend is upwards, is moving upwards. Therefore, what we mean by pullback is for it to move back, move down before it continues upwards again. That's the pullback. I hope that answers that question.
One person said, now it's a 1 point buy from 2 points. Does one need to exit the trade? Maybe you have entered the trade and the thing now changed to 1 point instead of 2 points. Do you need to exit the trade?
That is what I'm saying. When you are entering, remember we are scalping. Let's take Arabella's trades, for example. She doesn't space it much, just some 20 pips distances. TP1, 20 pips distance away. Let's say from 0 to 2, 2 to 3. So when you do it that way, you will just even leave this trade before the next signal comes again. But if you put it so wide, you might still be in that trade once the signal changes again, and you'll be wandering in the market.
Oh, okay. So I'm trying to get what is scalping. So this breaker momentum is really for scalping. So you're just taking very little profit.
Yes, right? Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm getting you now.
So when you feel you have all the time to sit with the chart and trade for some time, you can use it. It will keep changing signals and then you play along.
So by the time before it changes, you're supposed to have left the market. Is that what you're saying?
Supposed to have left.
Before we're supposed to have left the market before it changes. That's what you're saying.
Yes. You use it to scalp.
Okay. So another person said, can we use higher time frame? Can we use higher time frame, or must it be 5 minutes time frame?
No, you can also use, but on the scanner, you get accuracy using the 5 minutes time frame. But to trade, you can use this signal to trade on any time frame. But for me, if I'm using this 5 minutes signal, if on the scanner, if I'm using the 5 minutes time frame, I will trade on 5 minutes.
Madam Hamdia, can you hear me?
Yes, Daddy.
If you're scalping, it's better to scalp. You don't scalp on higher time frames. You scalp lower time frames. 15 minutes, 5 minutes, that's where you scalp. Scalping is short-term. Scalping is short-term trading. You don't go and scalp on 1 hour. That's not scalping.
Yeah.
So if you're scalping, you use lower time frames.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Okay. So we use lower time frame. Okay, I can see Khadijat and up. Okay, Khadijat, ask your question. Madam Khadijat, ask your question. Unmute yourself. Can you see? Okay. Okay, talk. Madam Khadijat, we can't hear you. Okay, so I'm there. Someone said, how do you retain your profit without losing it if there is a pullback?
You close the trade. I'll coach Chama again. Never allow a green turn into red. Never allow a green turn into red. Like this morning when we were trading, as soon as we hit TP1, and that red candle just appeared, I closed the trade. You manually close the trade.
Okay, so when you are using this momentum scanner to scan, immediately it turns blue. You don't wait for a long time. You close the trade, right?
When I see sometimes I look at the momentum with which the speed with which the opposite candle appears. Even if it hasn't hit my TP, I close the trade.
James said scalping is not for the weak. You have to be she has answered how to do your stop loss and take profit. She has actually answered that. Okay, so Madam Khadijat, are you still here? Okay, so I'm going to allow Amdia to drink water now. I'm going to bring in the third person. Let me see. Let me look for Ambassador Glory.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're only drinking water.
Drinking water.
Well.
I want to pray. You know, I was on my way to go and pray when your call came. So I just stopped and I was waiting.
Okay, so, go and pray. Before you see me toss, go and pray and finish it. You see me toss.
No problem. No, I'll come back. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Ambassador, so you can stop sharing. Ambassador Gloria, please unmute. It's your turn.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Oh, shh.
Don't worry. If you cannot stop it, don't worry. Wait, you stop it.
I'm trying to unshare.
Don't worry, I will help you stop it so that I will. Don't worry, I will just take the work off you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Are you able to share your camera?
No, please.
Okay. Okay, no
Yes, I've not
problem.
gotten. Oh, yes.
No problem.
Okay.
Knowledge we need. Okay, so share with us. You passed your phase one. Congratulations. We want people to know
Thank you, ma'am.
what exactly, that is like step by step, what exactly you did to pass.
Okay. Good evening, Ma, once again. And good evening, Chairman. And good evening, family. It's an opportunity. I thank you for this opportunity to share my experience. It's actually not a very long one because I've not been long in this space. Okay, so it's a brief one. I joined in, I don't know if
Hold on,
am I,
no. Sorry, let me see.
yes.
Let me see who is our noise maker. Maybe it's Amdia. Okay, Gloria, I'll mute yourself and mute and continue. Oh, I'm not, I think you're closed. Oh, sorry. Let me see. I thought I made it closed. Okay, unmute yourself, Gloria. Continue.
All right, Ma, thank you. Okay, I don't know if I was heard the first time.
You can start
I
from
said I
beginning.
came in a month ago. Okay, let me start from the beginning. I'll start by greeting the chairman. Good evening, sir. I really appreciate your effort and all the contributions you've been making to the community. I've really learned in my short stay so far. I've learned so much from you, sir. I'm grateful. And thank you, Ma, and good evening. Thank you for this opportunity to share my little experience with the community. And good evening, family. My name is Ambassador Glory Insei. I am a student and an online entrepreneur, a fashion designer as well. Okay. So I came into this space 1 month ago. I was a complete rookie. I registered basically on the 4th of March. Yes, that was when I came in, and I think my account arrived around the 5th or thereabouts. But because the whole space was very new to me, I had to take some time out to see the interface and to be sure of what was going on there, especially because it had to do with money, and I know any mistake I did was going to cost me. So I took some time to look at the interface. I was attending Zoom meetings. Trades were being called, but I couldn't take because I wasn't sure what to do yet. I see and hear take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, and there and all that. I didn't know what that meant. I waited and I watched videos until I was able to take the first step. So when I became a bit confident, I started taking the tap to trade signals. And because it's easy to just click and the trade would run, I was taking as much as I could whenever I was available. At first, I didn't even know there was a place I could go and watch. So I just took the trade and I'm like, okay, we have professionals there. They are taking the trades and I'm relaxed. So I found out that I was building
And
and
demolition. I love that place. Continue. I love that. You know when
I
you told
was
me
building
and
and
demolition.
seriously. So I said there had to be a way around this. So I stepped up and I started being critical about the trades I take. I started looking at it and I discovered that because when I looked at my history, my trading history, I saw that what I lost, I could see the trade I lost and the pairs I won from. So I discovered most of the trades I was winning were gold. and NAS. NAS were few signals that came in NAS, but for gold there were more. And then I saw that the currency pairs were not favoring me, so I decided to stay away from them. So whenever there's a tap to trade and I check is a currency pair, I just close my eyes and continue what I was doing. So when it's a tap to trade and it is a gold, I started learning how to check the charts to see if I can take the trade or not to. So at some point, I also realized that you could compare the trades. When you see the tap to trade signals, you could compare it with the trades that came in on, or that the trade that comes in the, what's it called, the Forex alerts. So I decided to be checking, since we have 2 minutes to decide if you want to be in or out. I decided to be making use of that 2 minutes and not rushing to the trades. I would quickly see if the same pair was sent on the current, on the Forex signal. I would check if it is in the same direction. If they were in the same direction, I would know, okay, it's a trade I can consider. But in a situation where there's a tap to trade that says buy and you are finding the same pair saying sell, I know I have to be, yes, yeah, okay, on trade alert, I know I have to be critical about that trade. The third thing that I use, the third thing or the second thing I use in determining whether I want to go into a trade or not was looking at the trade. If a trade comes in and it is the market has overbought, this happened a lot in Joel Arias' trade. Sometimes he comes in when the market has bought and gone far. So if you check, you would not want to take that trade. But if you did not, you would have entered before you know that it will just pull you down. So when I started putting these things in check, I realized that I could build my trade. Now, Joel Arias, I could say the good thing about him is that he is regular. He's very regular in giving signals. So because his trade would always come, you have the chance to choose which one to join and which one to stay away from. And the way you could know whether you are to join or not is to quickly check the charts. If the charts are, I'm Merukio, I don't really know. I cannot read the candles and all.
Can you do something? I want you to share your screen and show us an example. You could use a trade alert so that people here would actually know what you're saying when you say check the chart, if it has passed. So I would like you to share your screen and just give us an example so that people here will actually understand.
But where I am right, I'm not able to see my screen. I'm outside. My screen is a bit dark.
Okay, you are not inside the house.
Yes. So, but what that means is that at least if you're taking one trade at all in the platform, you would know that when the it just started going up and then there is an alert that says buy, yes, you could consider that alert because it's probably going to buy. But if it had gone up and has gone halfway, or has gone very far up, and the alert or the tap to trade is saying buy, it's something you should be critical about because there's every tendency that you are entering and then it is pulling you down, thus causing you to lose the little you've gathered already. So with those precautions, I was able to pass my first stage. I think I did it in 7 trading days. I was able to pass my first trade. I did more of Joel Arias's trade. Yes, I knew there were losses, but they were still gains that helped me pass. Then by the time I was in my second stage, I was able to start taking trades. So at that point, I started taking Arabella's trade. I could now enter the trades and I could now know how to take profit 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sometimes I don't take up to 4. I could just take 3. So, and I think within 4 days, I got my second stage pass. That was
I haven't
basically it.
forgotten that your past was
Another thing.
yeah. I haven't forgotten that your past was
Yes,
too, actually. Yeah.
oh my God.
Okay, so continue.
Another thing that helps me is staying in the community. I know sometimes it could be tiring, or should I say, it could be taxing if you see it that way. But it helps if you are able to join Zooms, if you're able to read the chats in the groups and all that. There is actually no way you are not going to get out with something. You are either learning, or you are being inspired by other people's story, or as in, if you join, there's always something to just stay around, because there's a tendency of you losing interest when you are outside, or forgetting some of the disciplines we are being taught when you are away. Okay, ma. That's the brief
thank you.
experience I've had so far.
Thank you, but I know what I want you to do now is I would want you to go over those points again. Now, may not be detailed, but like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So step 1, you said for your phase 1, you started with tap to trade, dual areas, and you went away from currency pairs. You stayed with gold.
Yes,
You stayed with gold, so you did
yes,
more of dual areas. While you were doing it,
yes,
you also found out that his entry sometimes has gone above the current entry. So
yes,
you don't take those ones. Since you know anyway he was going to be calling many, you would always want to check his entry. If it's still at that point, or even below, a little bit below the entry, right?
yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, as
So
a matter of fact, at some point, I started, when I now learned how to take trades myself, I now decided to be using the parameters myself, because I realized on the tap to trade signals, you are unable to unable to break even. You can close the trade, but you would not be able to break even. So I noticed that there were trades that would go up to $50 and thereabout, and you are still having a loss, and the stop loss is still there at, perhaps maybe he set it at $47. It's still there. So I used to feel uneasy about it, because if that trade should reverse, you would go from having $50 to losing 40-something dollars. So, and because you could not, at those points, it's either I end the trades, but when I got to know how to set entries myself, I started using his perimeters. Or at times I wait. If he gives a tap to trade, I go and look at the market and see the direction it is going. In many cases, it will drop below where he called the entry. And then I will enter at a better position and be able to set the perimeter. I'll use the stop loss he used. And then the advantage I have in this case is that when the trade gets into profit, I will be able to break even, and I'm able to take charge of the market. I go out whenever I want, or that was it.
So
Yes.
for many who can actually, one of your advices, for many who can actually use trade locker, they can take the parameters from dual areas and go and put it on the trade locker.
Yes.
Okay, so we have some questions.
You don't need to use his entry, but his stop, you might use his stop loss. You don't need to use his entry. Because you have the opportunity of getting
a lower entry. Of getting the lower entry, right?
You said there
I said,
was a question,
getting the lower entry. Yeah, we didn't get the last thing you were explaining. Can you explain again? When you're saying we don't need to use this entry.
And his entry. You have the opportunity of changing that entry by getting a lower entry. That gives you a better position, so that even if at the end of there's going to be any loss, it won't be as much as you would have had if you had entered where he entered.
Okay, that works. So guys, if you can, so we are learning from these guys that have passed. So she has actually even passed her challenge. She passed her challenge at phase 2 in 4 days. A question on that, your 4 days. One of the rules I saw is that it should be 5 days. How come you did it 4 days and they didn't penalize you? Because I think I saw 5 days.
I think I started on a Monday. Okay, was it 5 days? I started on a Monday because I think my first one was on the 30th, which was a Friday. So I started the trade on the Monday, and by the 4th of it, I don't know, was that Monday the 2nd or something? Maybe. I think, okay. I'm not so sure right now. I'm not with the calendar.
Okay, so maybe it's
But I started on a Monday, and it would have been 5, maybe.
So maybe it was Monday to Friday. Okay, no problem. So let me take the question.
Okay, yes.
Madam Khadijat, we'll come to you. We'll allow you to take your question, okay? How do you take profits? Do you have to close and enter again? Is that for Gloria or for Amdia? iPhone, when you enter a meeting, always try and change your name so that we can call you by your name. Vivian, in trading those trades, did you change all the lot size? So Gloria, that's for you. Did you change lot sizes?
Yes, so I usually don't join with their lot sizes. So I like editing the lot sizes because at times their lot sizes are large. And you know, so I don't go with it. I reduce it.
So somebody's saying, what percentage of your account are you risking?
Do I really know? Please, I don't know how to count. I don't know how to count that.
She's still learning, so she doesn't even know much about that. Okay, I'm going to Khadijat, do you still want to ask your question? Guys, please, you can put all your questions. So the floor is open. Before I come and put in my own. So my three guests, my 3 panelists have answered or have said before I chip in my own. Do we have questions for them? Ask all your questions. Ask all your questions. Oh, okay, maybe I should just chip in my own too. Okay, Gloria, I will come back to you. So for me,
okay, ma'am.
For me, I passed my phase 1 of my $100,000 account. I have $200,000 account, $100,000 account. I have two $50 account, $50,000 account, I mean. So for my $50,000 account, I'm using just Tap to Trade to work on that. My $100,000 and $200,000 account, I'm using Trade Alert. So now what happened was when Chairman UL for the 1 month didn't pay me well because I didn't think of it. It was after a while I thought of it. For the 1 month Chairman UL was giving us calls, I was using it on my live account only. So it was after about a month, and I thought of it that why are you not taking this trade on the challenge account? You would have just passed. Believe me, if you use only for Chairman UL, you would have passed. Okay, yesterday I used Chairman UL score in my $100,000 account, and I made over $1,000. Okay, but what I really do is when I joined Akashx, I learned. I'm still learning. No, never finish. The learning never finish. I'm still learning. So immediately I joined Akashx, I went to the school. I watched almost all the videos. I'm still watching. It's not the finish. But my kind of person, I am never afraid to pay coaches. That is my life. I am never afraid to pay coaches. So I actually, one, I found a coach that was doing a coaching session for Forex. It was actually very affordable. I think at that time it was 20,000. It's even now the one he wants to start in the month of May that I said is 40,000. I found this coach and I felt that he's a Nigerian. He will speak Nigerian language. You know me, I always like this about Nigerian language, Nigerian English, but so I felt he would speak Nigerian English, so my team members would know, they would gain. So what I did was to put it on my register member group and tell, if you want to learn more, apart from the fact, you know, some people, they just believe that, oh, because I paid Akashx, I don't have to learn any other place. You have different version, different belief of what you believe in. So what I did was to put it on my group for those who want to learn. I think 2 or 3 persons joined the class, but Amdia is in Ghana. Amdia joined the class. Amdia has never missed a session. The guy does session for us Tuesday and Friday. Amdia has never missed one. So apart from learning from Akashx, we were also getting this experience from this person, from this coaching session. But me, personally, I paid him to be a personal coach. I paid him to be a personal coach. That's one. But he's in Lagos, wherever. In fact, I'm not sure where he is. I've never even asked him because he teaches us online only. Then, as my person, I also paid a second coach. I paid them my fees for personal. So my second coach comes to my house to teach me, to train with me twice a week. He's a personal coach. He comes to the house. My personal coach, sometimes we take trades together. Sometimes when I want to take trades, I will send to him. Sometimes when they send a lot on the, you people know that, I don't know whether you guys know that Lucas is my favorite. I like Lucas. I like Lucas more than Joel. That's personal. I take Lucas trade a lot. If I see Lucas trade anywhere, I go take out. Lucas trade has worked for me. Of course, I've lost one or two, but most of the time I win. So Lucas is my friend. Recently, we did a training. One of the things I also do, I don't miss any training. Like the company calls, whether the company is doing a call, I know they miss. So I found out from one of the calls that Gustavo is good. I like the way one of the traders praised Gustavo. So now I started following Gustavo. I take Jolaria's trade as well, but not as much as these days, not as much as Gustavo and not as much as Gustavo and Lucas. Lucas is my favorite. Then when Arabella came, I started studying her. You know, when she first came, for the first few weeks or few days, she made some mistakes, but now she's good. Maybe she just joined the system. She really needs to understand. So now I also added Arabella. So those that trade alerts, I take it and I use them on my account. The truth is, when I joined Akashx, for the first 2 months, I wasn't serious about my challenge account. In fact, I wasn't just thinking of the challenge account. I put in, you guys know that I like the affiliate part of Akashx too. So I also do the affiliate marketing. So the first month I joined Akashx, I made $2,700. I put my $2,700 in my trading account. So I was actually focusing more on my trading, on my personal trading account. That's the truth. But it was after 2 months of me joining Akashx towards February ending, I said, why am I not focusing on my challenge account? So if I had focused on my challenge account from the beginning, perhaps I would have gotten everything. So I started focusing on my challenge account from February ending or early March. So that's what I do. I have 2 coaches for Forex, personal. I have 2 personal coaches for crypto trading. Now, because I am interested in learning, jump starting, because I didn't even know Forex at all. I want to jump start. Do you understand? But before I got these coaches, I went to our back office. I learned and learned and learned. I was watching all the videos. Even today, because there's no end to Forex, there's no end. Even today, I am still learning. You can never end. I am always in that back office learning something new. One of the things that I have never or I have not done right, I have not done well is linking with the educators. I have not done that. Sorry, sit down, coming. So I'm talking to my daughter. So one of the things I have not done, which is one of the things I also want to learn, is I have personally with the educators, but I know some people who followed, one of my team members who followed the educator like Brent and was taking only Brent's trade. She doesn't even take any other trade. Only Brent NAS 100 trade, and she passed her phase one. So that is why I said we have so much in Akashx than for you to look at one tiny little thing that you think is not working. And I'm saying that because of people that will go on the group and shout, that footage is not working, Akashx is not working, blah, 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 blah. No. Put your head down and see what is working. Is there something I can add to what is working? Or can I miss two things? So would your own be that you are attending educators training and adding trade alerts, if that's what you want to use? So at least there must be two combinations. There must be something that is working. So look at what is working and stop focusing on what is not working. How do you begin to stop trade? From all the guests we have had now, we've had them saying that by stopping trade, the trade alert, by not letting it get to their TPs, it has worked for them. So like the first guest, Solomon knew nothing. He doesn't even know how to use any of the scanners as we talk. So Solomon said, just by stopping, so sometimes if it's $10, he's satisfied. If it's $50, he's satisfied. It's just after like making $100 in a day. Because if you make $100 a day, it means that in 10 days you have made $1,000. So if you have $10,000 account, it means you have passed your phase one. So I would like us to apply ourselves. If something is working for others, it can work for you. So Akashx is working. Akashx have things, if people have used the tools Akashx have, why do you think that it won't work for you? I can never forget the first time I rant. I've also ranted because I didn't understand. I can never forget the first time I rant to Shabayue. You know, Shabayue get the way they talk. Me and they always fight. I'm the chief whip. Sometimes about after when we don't finish for me and not the fight for public. But when we are Shabayue, they fight for private. And I said, Shabayue, I don't understand this time to trade. I don't understand this the way I talk my own. You know, say if others are winning, why can't you win? That trading is 90% psychology, 10% waiting self. Man, that statement invest me. I felt it didn't answer me very well. I was very angry with Jamaria. I said, which kind of thing? I better go, Joe. This is not working, blah, blah, blah. So one day I was listening to Joel Arias. And Joel Arias said the same thing Jamaria said, even though it's in a calmer way. He said it in a calmer way. So Joel Arias did the same thing. He also, no, I'm trying. Joel Arias did the same thing. He said trading is 90% psychology. He did the same thing. So I want to let us know that Akashx is working. You may need to apply yourself, you may need to take more steps, you may need to do more things, but Akashx has given us a leeway, $200,000 or $10,000, and we want to win, and we are going to win. Just a little bit more push yourself more. Learn. This is a place that you come to learn. This is a place that you have come to learn. Learn. Give yourself, learn, oh. Learn, oh. psychology, and believe in yourself. When it comes about the psychology that Chamaria was trying to tell me, believe that it will happen for you. If it can happen for others, it will happen for you. For me, since the day I saw Patrick, who earned $18,000 twice in a month, I know they look for $18,000 again. I've been looking for $36,000. The least I'm looking for is $50,000. And if it can happen for Patrick, it will happen for me. So just start with believing in yourself that anyhow, there will be a way for you. Anyhow. Now, also, those in Lagos have gone to enjoy the trades with Chairman in Lagos, and I'm sure they lot. Chairman said it's coming to Abuja. The trade is coming to Abuja as well. So we would also be joining for those in Abuja, maybe in other cities. Yes, you can DM me if you have my phone number and you want to know about the online tutor. I think another set of, he said he's starting another coaching session in May. So you can DM me. So we just want you to win. We want you to win. We want you to pass. It's a thing of joy. Every leader likes it. It's a thing of joy. Every leader likes it when our team members are winning. Our team members are happy. They are making money. In the foreign exchange market, your money does not disturb my money. Your money does not disturb my money. Okay? So you can reach out to me on my private line for those of you asking for the online tutor, the online coach, no problem. I can give it to you. In fact, his class is starting again in May, which is also okay. And you can also have it. So it's just an addition. Akashx have a lot, but because we just want somebody that will speak Nigerian English, like me, I will tell my sister there's only 0 word English I hear. So if you apply yourself, guys, we can all win. Yeah, we can all win. So at this junction, do we have more questions? If you have questions for any of us, any of the 4 speakers, please put it in the chat box. If you have questions, put it in the chat box. If you have questions, is there any question, or you can raise your hand so we can take your questions. If you have anything that is bothering you, all those who are bottling, tap to trade is not working. I hope you can now see. I hope you are convinced. You can see people who use tap to trade here, and they have shared their strategy. You can now see that tap to trade is working. You can see that Akashx is working. So, do we still have any questions? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, or those who want to know about what others asking me for the online tutors number, you can reach out to me and I'll give to you. So I want you, okay, someone said I should share the names and signal providers you follow. I follow Jewelarias, but not much, but Lucas is my best. I like Lucas, I like Arabella and Gustavo. There's Gustavo, there's Lucas, and there's Arabella. I follow those 3 people more, okay? I take their trade a lot more. So guys, if you have gotten value, yes, you can use TTT to pass 200K challenge account. You can use TTT to pass. You can take as many as you can, but you can see what we have said. Do your take profit, but like, if you are really in this class, you see when Gloria said, once you know how to use Trade Locker, okay? Once you know how to use Trade Locker, it's better you even take the tap to trade parameters and put it on Trade Locker so that you can actually be more in control. You can actually be more in control, okay? Trade Locker is very simple to use. It's something we do every time. Mr. Kolani, why are you surprised that Lucas is my guy? Let me first discover Lucas now. Lucas is my favorite. Okay, guys, if you got value in today's session, if you think this meeting is worth your time, please put value in the chat box. If you think it's worth your time, if you are more pumped up to go and win your challenge, put value in the chat box. If you think it's worth your time, if you are more pumped up to go out there and go and win. If you believe you can win, you can win this challenge, please put value in the chat box. So guys, we are going to win. That is my joy, and that's our joy. We want you to win, and I can tell you, we can all win. The foreign exchange market is huge. Your money is not disturbing my money. So we are pumped up. Akashx is working. Before we go, I want you to put it there. If you believe that Akashx is working, put it there. Akashx is working. If you believe it's working, put it there. I want you to say it to yourself, Akashx is working. And it will work for you. It will work for me, because you need to start even believe that something is working. If you believe Akashx is working, put it in the chat box. Akashx is working. It is working, and it's working for us. And it will work for us. We will eat from Akashx. We will make from Akashx. We will enjoy ourselves. This Tradexmastery money where they made available for us, we will make it. We will make it by the grace of God. Okay? So thank you, all my guests, Solomon, Gloria, Amdia, my good friend from Ghana. Thank you very much. Akashx is indeed working. We have all come to the conclusion that it will work for every one of us if we just apply ourselves much more. Thank you. So I'll be ending the call now. Mr. Kola, you said something about lot size. Do you want to say something? Would you want to raise your hand and discuss it? Okay, so what we're going to do, so that we don't keep people waiting, can we just, if you have any other question, put it in the chat box. And I also would like you to go to the expansion group, the register member group. If you think you really got value, I want you to go post it there. And I also want you to post it on those groups, on the expansion group, on the register member group. Go and post it there that Akashx is working. Yes, if you got value. Mr. Koloni, practical guide on lot sizes of accounts. I think Madam Champepe used to post that. So what I will do, I'll get Madam Champepe to write that out for us, okay? I'll get her to write that out for us. Lot sizes for accounts, right? Even if it's 10,000, 500, I'll get her to do that for us, okay? For 200K, my own 200K, I use 0.25, is it? 0.25, yeah. I use 0.25, but I'll get Madam Chapepe. She's a more experienced person than me to get out all the lot sizes for us across it so that we can do it, okay? So thank you guys. I want you to go to the chat box. If you really got value, go to the expansion group, go to the register member group and put it there that Akashx is indeed working. It is working. Yes, you can use multiple TPs on TradeLocker. You can use multiple TPs. So I'm going to, this video is recorded. We'll put it, we'll get it out for people to watch. We get it out for you to send to your members that were not able to attend this meeting. Thank you, everyone, and bye. Let's go and win. We can all win in this game. Thank you. Bye-bye.